Welcome to Free Tutorial TV and a tutorial about the PyQt6 course. In these lessons, we are going to talk about a Qt designer. So we have already created our simple GUI application using PyQt and we have written our old codes, and now we have simple applications, and there we are going to write all our codes. And but we have a complex and big application sort of software, then it will be very cumbersome to write all codes. Now it would be good that we design our, for example, our applications. After that we can use that design. Luckily in PyQt we have something that called Qt designer. Now using Qt Designer, we can design our main applications. After that, we can convert our Qt Designer files, or we can just load our UI file into our Python code. Now by default, we don't have Qt Designer in PyQt. For that, we need to install another library that's called PyQt6 tool. Now using PyQt6 tools, we can access to Qt Designer. Now, as I've already said that by default, when we are installing PyQt, there is no Qt designer. And if you are using PyQt6 as we are using, you need to use this command tools, the PyQt6 tools. And if you are using PyQt5, then you need to install this version. So because we are using PyQt6, then I can just grab this, copy this. And after that, going to open my terminal in PyCharm IDE. And in here, I paste this and I'm waiting for the installation. Now our package PyQt tool has been installed. Now let's check this. So we can just open our virtual environment in live. We can just, as you can see, that we have a PyQt6 tools, and you can see that we have Qt6 applications, and we can just click on that. After that, we can click on the Qt, after that bin. And now here you can see that we have designer.exe. Now let me just use this in open in the terminal, no, in the Explorer, and we can just open this bin folder. See the designer. Let's open this. And now you can see that in our designer, you can use it as a designer to create your application. And we can just use a dialog with the button dialog with the button right, or you can have a button in the right. You can have some template built in template, so you can use dialog without button main windows. And we going to choose a widget, so I just click on create. And now you can see that this is our design in here. Now you can see that we have a widget box from here, and there are different widgets. For example, we have a layout, we have push button, tool buttons. We talk about this widgets in the later part of the course. Now right now you can see that we have our simple GUI window, and this is a widget based class window from here. And if you see, I make like this, so you can see that you can set the geometry of the window. There are different options that you can use. For example, you can change the font size, or you can give the color of the window. And in here you can see that we have a window title, for example, that you can change to designer example. And you can see that this has been changed. And you can give the tooltip for the window, and there are different options that you can use. Right now we have our simple GUI window using a Qt designer. From here you can just, from where is there, from and we can just preview this, and you can see that we have our GUI window in here. Now we have created our simple GUI design using PyQt, but now we can use that from the design. And there are two ways. The first thing is that you can convert your UI file to .py, and second way is that you can directly load your UI file. Now, particularly in this lesson, we will learn that how we can convert our UI file to .py file. Now, this is our simple GUI design. The first thing is that we need to save this file, and I'm going to just click on the file after that save. So I want to save this in my project directory in the part1 folder, and I can just give a name for this. So name is window UI. Now this will be a .ui. After that, just click on the save. So because I have already have that file, so I have now let me see that in part1 you can see that now I have a window UI file. We want to convert this .py file, and for this uh, let me clear this. Okay, now in the terminal we are going to use the PyQt6 module for converting our UI file to .py. So in here I can just say PyQt6. After that we can just use -x, and we need to give the name of our .ui file, so that is window UI.ui. And after that we want to use -o, and for the output I want to just give it my window, or we have my window and dot window UI.ui. After that hit enter. We don't have the window UI window, and it should be. Now this is because we have our file in a part1. By this reason we are receiving an error because there is no file at the same name window UI in our root directory. So I can just change this to part1, and in here we can just use this, and now we are not receiving any error. Now if we see in here, let me just use the window UI.py. Now I open this, you can see that we have some note in here that it is converted, and if I come down now I can run this, run. So now you can see that we are seeing our first window from the Qt designer, and this is the title Qt designer example, and we have our UI form, and this is the size, and we can say the geometry of the window, and this is the window title. And like this we can convert our .ui file to py file. So we have so that we can convert our .ui file to .py file. Now let's run the second way that we can load our UI file. For this we are using the UIC module. Now we are using our previously designed that we have, and in here you can use the window UI.i. So let me create a new Python file in here, and I'm going to just call it lot.ui.py. First we need we need to import some classes from the PyQt6.qt widget module. We are going to import the Q application and also the Q widget, and also we are going to import syst, and from PyQt6 we want to import the UIC, import the UIC, and let's create a class. I'm going to use this class extend from the Q widget, and we can just create heat init and also super method, and so it just, and more of this. Okay, like this. And now in here we can use our this UIC module for loading of a UI file, and there is a function, it's called load UI. You can use uic.loadui. First we need to give the name of the file, so that the window UI.ui. After that, we need to give the parent a self, and let's create the object of the Q application in here. We can just say sys.argv. After that, we need to create the object of our this class, so that the window equals UI function, and now we need to show our window dot show, and after that we need to just execute our this f. So now if I run this, uh, you can see that our Qt designer in here. Okay, with this I'm completing the tutorial, and we'll see you in the next video. Hope you like this video. Please do like, subscribe in the channel, and have a nice day.